Well, it puts Manchester City in as good a position as they could have hoped for ahead of this game. They're within 2 points of Arsenal yet again. And it's that relentlessness of the pressure that they keep putting on Arsenal that's going to give Manchester City confidence.
For sure. When you analyse them now, they're in great form. They're winning games, difficult games like tonight as well, because this wasn't an easy game to win. And they have got the job done. Of course, Arsenal, you know, and the things that they have going on, they've got to concentrate on what they're going to do moving forward to keep City away. But City tonight, they got the job done, and that's all that matters for them.
They looked so focused on that and without ever really breaking into the kind of form that we know that they're capable of, Micah.
Yeah, City have not been at the best, but they're managing to win. You know, if I can go back to when I was in a race for the Premier League, and you know Arsenal watching that today, and Man City not playing at their best, but still getting the 3 points. It's almost demoralising at times. When
Even getting a penalty.
Exactly that. And I think when we was in that title race, we was ahead of Man United. They went ahead of us, and then we came back. And it was that psychological battle going round in your head time and time again. I think what Manchester City have that Arsenal don't have in recent history, they've done it. They've won it 4 out of 5. So they know what level they are and where they can go. Whereas Arsenal, every time, I backed Arsenal to challenge for the title this season just because of.
Oh, did you?
I did. I did. I thought I'd get it.
Are you sure?
Of course I did. There's evidence of that as well. Just because the ideas, the freshness and the passion and the young players all coming together. But when there's a team who've done it, like in my case, it was Man United at the time, it always felt like they had that little bit of an edge. So it's just whether Arsenal can focus on what they need to do, and they've been in good form. And the players who have come in, we always thought when Arsenal would get an injury, it would sort of derail them a little bit, but it's not. They're bringing Trossard, he plays a false 9, the confidence is building, and Nketiah's done his job when he needs to as well. So it's just that psychological battle, and whether Arsenal, who handles that better towards the end of the season.
I'd like to add to that. I would say that if I analyse Arsenal now, and I look at, say, the Liverpool side of 13-14, where we were absolutely flying, and Man City pipped us at the post, obviously, but I would say that I liken them to us at that stage, and I'm looking at them and thinking, OK, do they have that extra bit when it comes to the last 3 or 4 games of the season to show that experience? And they're a young squad. They've got a great, talented group of players, like world-class. Saka, absolutely love him. And I think they've got a great manager too. The key is, when I compare those 2 seasons, it's going to be those last 3-4 games when it's like, OK, it's getting a little bit touchy now and a little bit, we're getting scared now because we're not breaking teams down in the 85th minute or whatever. Can they show that belief and that confidence? And I believe they can too, by the way. I'm not saying this believing Arsenal can't win the Premier League, because I really do think they can.
Daniel, when you look back at those last few games in that season and you were going up against a side that had the experience under their belt, do you look back now and think there were things that you would have done differently? Would you be able to advise the Arsenal team and say, do you know what, if I could do that again, I would do it this way?
It's a good question, because I would say that there were games that we did play in around that time that maybe we should have won or picked up points. We played against Chelsea, of course. You know, I would like to say they parked the bus, you know, a little bit. But I would say that, would you agree?
I mean, it's your opinion.
I mean, yes, I believe they parked the bus, and that makes things difficult. Even when you're playing against a top club who, at the time, Chelsea weren't, you know, pushing for the title. So they came and they were in a very good defensive framework. So when I look at Arsenal now and they're coming up against big clubs in the near future, these games will be games that they're wanting to win and go out there and get the job done. Can they do it? Again, I believe they can. They have got the talent in the squad to do it. So I don't doubt them. I wish them all the best, and let's see if they can do it.